What's up guys, it's JD Halloween back with my first discussion video for the year, and today I'm gonna finally be discussing my Spirit Halloween 2023 predictions. I've been meaning to do this video for a while now, but kind of been lacking at it, so I finally decided to sit down and talk about it and discuss my thoughts, my opinions, and what I want to see for Spirit 2023, because as we all know, this year 2023 is Spirit Halloween's 40th anniversary. And obviously we expect something big from it, and we expect this to be a fan-based year. So I have so much predictions and what I think they could do and what I think they should do, because their 40th anniversary, and I'm sure there's going to be some changes, and a lot of changes that a lot of us haunters, customers, fans all want to see from them. So yeah, let's get into the topics. Okay, so the first thing that I want to discuss is obviously the themes. Themes is probably going to be the biggest part for this year that a lot of people are going to look forward to and be expecting. So I'm going to say what I want first before I say what I think they're going to do. Okay, obviously I want more detailing. I want them to look more kind of realistic, just like I have a picture up here of the gas station from 2014 that looked perfectly detailed, realistic. So that's what I want to see. I want to see more gore. All of us want to see more gore, so I do want to see more gore again. And there's not really much to say about the themes for me. I just really want them to be bigger. I want them to kind of expand a little bit, just like they used to, because I mean the whole store back then felt like it was a whole haunted house, and a lot of people have been saying that, and I mean I do agree with it, so I am gonna say that. But I just think that it should be like that again. I think there should be way more attractions in the themes, more themes, not just 3 themes, because you have the front theme, the back theme, then a small side theme by the adult costumes. I think they need like the middle theme back, maybe another theme in the back of the store, the back theme still, of course, the front theme, and then still the other side theme we have now. I think they should just do more attractions so there's more places for more animatronics, because I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like sometimes the animatronics don't really fit in, or really fit like with the themes or in the themes. I feel like they're 100% need more room, and I think that the stores should really expand themes. But that's just my opinion. I don't know if anyone really feels the same, but I feel like some animatronics, like, you really don't got room. And then just the theme in general, it's like I get bored with them sometimes because I feel like they're not just much as detailed as the older ones are, and we just need more detailing. So now with the new company doing the theme, I highly really believe in the fact that we might get more detailed themes. Another issue I really have with Spirit and just not having as much themes is that, I mean, I'll go to Spirit or whatever, but after a while I just get bored, because I mean it feels like nowadays we just have less animatronics, themes feel smaller. Like even the walkthrough this year, I mean it's cool that we're getting walkthroughs again in the back theme, but it still felt boring. I was just bored with everything. In 2021 we had the side theme with Sam and Shorty. I actually love that, but this year we just had this circus looking theme with Monty, and that was just so boring because it's only one animatronic in a circus. I mean it goes with Monty, but still it was just boring. I thought that this whole year in 2022 was really boring after a while. I mean it just felt smaller. Like I felt like the whole store felt smaller than any past year ever. So I'm really hoping for 2023 that it could be bigger and feel bigger and not feel as small, because I really felt that the store was just really small. So besides the fact that I thought the Spirit was really small this year, well, this last year, 2022, now my prediction for 2023 is I actually think that they will expand themes. I think the side theme will actually expand a little bit. I'm 100% sure that the back theme is definitely going to expand. Another walkthrough, more animatronics, better detailing, because like I said, another company is actually going to be doing the themes. So I'm 100% sure that Spirit will probably get into more detailing with the themes, because it's also going to make them more money. Now, the main goal for Spirit Halloween and just Spirit, it's like Spirit in general is the money. And if they want to make more money, they're gonna do what we want and do our request. I mean, they do like most of the animatronic requests. Like they brought back Uncle Charlie, they brought back Wacky Mole. Obviously in 2022 they didn't bring back anything, but I think it's because they're saving stuff for 2023 unless it's their 40th anniversary. And we could all tell it's going to be a really big year. So I'm sure all that good stuff that they're saving we are going to get, and they're going to make the money they want because we're asking for it. So I'm sure we've been asking for years just to put more detail into the themes, make them look more scary, make them look and feel more Halloweenish. Because, you know, they're ISCs, they're in-store experience, and we want to experience a more Halloween feel, because lately, with a lot of people, including me, it just doesn't feel Halloween. I mean, the laboratory, for example, the one we got in 2022. People loved it, and to be very honest with you, I did like it. I like the detailing, but it didn't feel Halloween to me. Just in my opinion, it didn't feel Halloween. It kind of felt random, in my opinion. And then the mascot of that theme is Dr. Loom, and they didn't even bring him back in store for that theme. It would have made more sense, but they didn't do that. So, like, nothing really, in my opinion, didn't really fit with that theme. And it kind of just drove me crazy. Now with the factory, I mean, I kind of like the flickering lights in the factory. That was probably my favorite part of the factory. And, like, the skeletons or whatever, I mean, they're not scary looking or nothing, but I guess they did fit in with the theme, and it was actually a pretty good detailed theme, kind of. Like, it had good detailing, in my opinion. So I think 2021 is, like, the most newest detailed theme. And, like, I'm not going to even complain about that year. I mean, like, it was kid-friendly, but, I mean, most detailed themes, they brought back Wacky Mole as we requested, so I really can't complain. But yeah, I really think that in 2023, there's going to be more detailing in the themes. They're going to be bigger, more room for animatronics. The animatronics, I think, will be more gory. I think they're finally going to try being scary again, at least for the front, not the front theme, the back theme, at least for the back theme. Make the back theme gory again, so people who choose to go to the back of the store could go and see all the gore. And then make the front a little more kid-friendly, like how it is now, kind of. But, like, try making things still better. Don't just fully jack up the front theme just because it's supposed to be more kid-friendly. Just make it look good, make it kind of scary, but where kids could still go and enjoy that. And same with the side themes. I don't know what they would do with the side themes yet, but the back theme needs to be 100% perfect if they're going to stick to kid-friendly vibe for the front, because a lot of Spirit fans have requested gore, so I know they're not going to be, like, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be graphic. I know everybody wants Barnyard the Butcher back. I don't know, I'm kind of having doubt on it now, just because a lot of people have mentioned it's Spirit's most graphic prop, and if they do gore again, it doesn't exactly mean they're going to go graphic. So gore is graphic, but I don't think they're trying to go that far yet, because they're still trying to see exactly what we want. So I think they're trying to kind of slow it, not go too fast. But honestly, I think that at least the back theme is going to be exactly what we requested. But in all, I think there's going to be the themes bigger with saying, like, happy 40th or something like that. Where I'm expecting that, because they did that for their 30th anniversary. So I honestly think that they will expand, and that they're going to kind of rearrange themes, maybe different shapes, just because their anniversary is a opportunity for them to finally do something new after 10 years. So I'm sure that they're going to go with something new, because, I mean, ever since their 30th anniversary, a lot of things have changed. It went from scary to kid-friendly, different shapes of the themes, different archways, so I'm sure everything's going to change again because it's their 40th anniversary. And then in 2024, we'll just see where that all goes, because we still have no idea what they're going to even do this year. And then in 2024, we don't know if they're going to slow it down a little bit or if they're going to keep going higher. We just don't know yet. But based off the money they make, I'm sure they're going to try going high. But them going higher in the future all depends on our ratings and what people buy the most, and that just all depends on what people want, because I'm sure that Spirit are still trying to figure out exactly what we want. I mean, we could say a million times we want it to be scary again, we want gore, but that's not going to stop them from still being kid friendly and testing stuff. I mean, in 2022, the back theme had more jumping props because, you know, they're kind of trying to test it. They had one gory prop, which was Betty Sharp, which a lot of people didn't like, and I honestly didn't like either, but the only reason why I got her and why I have her is because of her detailing, which is her being bloody, and I think that's the same with a bunch of other people. Like, her animation ain't the best because it's just a bag moving, but it actually looks like, well, kind of looks like someone is actually stuffed in that bag. So that's what we want. We would just want gore again, and I think they're finally testing it, because I don't think that they're doing all that just for their 40th. I think just their company moving forward in general. Like, I'm sure they're finally trying to figure out their future, because Spirit Halloween is being more popular, becoming more and more popular every year. It's just like a franchise now. Like, all the animatronics are like characters of a story, it feels like, because of all the merch. And the themes always have stories to them, and the animatronics do have stories to them too. So it's turning more into kind of like a franchise store, which is pretty cool. So I know that they really want to step up their game and get their stuff together, so a lot of people don't hate on them and they can make more money. Because I know there is people out there who did like this last year, that like Possessed Pumpkin, Monty, stuff like that, just all those animatronics. I know there's people out there who like them, and I'm not coming at you guys, but it's like a lot of people didn't like those, and they're boring, and yeah, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, they're so expensive, and I understand it's the world we live in right now, but this year seemed like last year seemed like bad quality. It just seemed bad. Quality was bad, and they're charging $320, $350 or whatever. Like, that's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. So I think if Spirit wants to charge that much for animatronics that are bad quality, or wants to charge us for high quality, then do that. Make them high. If you want to charge us $300 and something for an animatronic, make it high quality and good. Don't make it like trash and then sell it for that much, because that's just lame, and a lot of people don't like it. I understand that we're living in a world with like money and prices being so high, and that's to expect from every store, but still, that was just outrageous, and it was just too much. Like, I thought it was really too much, because it's like, well, what am I gonna do? Because first off, they're bad quality. All of them seem like that, and then they're just really expensive. So then I really think that they do need to make higher quality animatronics, and then they could sell them for the prices that they're using now, because I feel like they're just going to keep going up and going up, because the company is just moving forward now, and that includes prices. So I know that 2023 is going to be Spirit's expensive 40th anniversary year. It's going to be expensive, but I know a lot of people are going to be buying, because it's going to 100% be a fan-based year, and I'm going to buy myself because I do every year now. But make better quality stuff, Spirit, and then we won't complain. And that includes detailing. Like, make the concept of the animatronic make sense. Make it make sense with the audio, everything. Mr. Punchy is a good example for that. You could tell it's supposed to be a jump scare. It just didn't make sense at all with the animation. I hated him. But I mean, they just need to get the details better, and they really need to just make sense. And I'm honestly a believer that they will do that. I think that they will, because I'm sure employees or whatever go and they watch our videos about our rants or whatever, which I don't really rant, which I kind of did, but I know that they watch those, because all of our information comes from our videos, like our requests or whatever, and guess what? It happens. So I'm sure that coming into the future, they're going to make better quality stuff, including the animatronics, the themes, ISC in general, just the store, expanding, doing whatever, because it's going to make them more money. So my final predictions for Spirit Halloween's 2023 ISCs is that I think that the themes will expand and be rearranged and be shaped differently, because after 10 years, it really gives Spirit an opportunity to do something different. Not just because it's their 40th anniversary, but because they have a thing with, in between the 10 years, it's time to do something new. So I really believe that they will actually do something different for this year and just any year after. And I really believe that they will finally put more detailing into the ISCs and animatronics, just because a new company is finally coming in and going to do the ISCs. And the ISCs are definitely going to look different. And I think that they will definitely be better, because that's just what we all wanted. So yeah, those are my predictions for Spirit Halloween's ISCs and store experience. And let's get into the other topics. So now we will be discussing the animatronics for Spirit Halloween 2023. And I kind of already did discuss this while I was talking about the themes, because I was talking about the ISC in general, and that also includes the animatronics. But I'm still going to talk about this subject just by itself. So I think the animatronics are going to kind of be somewhat scary again. I think they're going to go into more not talking animatronics, kind of like Monty for a good example. Like, because that's what's scary. You don't need an animatronic that's just going to talk for like 10 seconds and talk about how they're going to do this and that to you. I mean, that's just not even scary. It's lame now. So I think that they will definitely improve in that, because this year 100% was a test, and you could tell it was a test. So my predictions for the animatronics for this year is that they're going to definitely have more detailing. They might be high in price, but they're going to be more detailed, I think that they're going to be somewhat more scary, a little more gore, probably not too gory, because I think that they're still wanting to keep it kind of a family-friendly environment. But I still think that it's going to have somewhat gore. So I think it's going to be scary and kid-friendly at the same time. And I mean, I'm okay with that. As long as it's somewhat creepy, then I'm fine with it still being kind of kid-friendly. So I'm really okay with that. But that is my predictions for the animatronics for Spirit Halloween 2023. Is that it's going to be a mix of kid-friendly and gory, which I'm 100% okay with. As long as they're good quality, they have a good audio, and they're at least somewhat kind of creepy, then that's all that matters, and I'm definitely okay with that. But those are my predictions for the animatronics for Spirit Halloween 2023. So let's get into the next topic. So another topic that I really wanted to get into is the aisles. So I really felt like even in 2020 that the aisles for Spirit Halloween were longer. Now, I might be wrong. I know that they felt longer definitely in like 2015. But obviously those are the old days, so like we're not going to even feel that now. But I just want the aisles to feel longer and just look good. Like they just feel more short now, and shorter than I remember for sure. And it just doesn't feel like a real store, because most of the stuff you see is on a shelf, but it's not like one of the shelves that you usually just see on the store. It's usually like one for a certain merchandise, because they have everything kind of like separated. Like the blankets go here, the pillows go there, the mugs go there. Everything's kind of separated now. And I feel as if, I mean, it's okay for certain things to be separated, like Spirit Halloween animatronic merch, but I feel like things should go on aisles, like shelves, like a regular store, and that the aisles should be longer like they used to be. That was just something I really wanted to talk about. And I'm going to put up another picture of a prime example of that. But I found these pictures off videos. And these pictures are from 2020, so 2020 actually had the Spirit vibe still. Because 2021, 2022, I don't even know what happened, but let me show you guys the other picture. Okay, so here's another example of what I'm trying to talk about, because I know it could be confusing, but look at this picture. You could see like a horror movie aisle, kind of. So I think the aisle should be like that again. Like zombie baby aisle, then the horror movie aisle, and then the decoration aisles, and just stuff like that, but all in aisles again, in the longer aisles, like filled with stuff, because the shelves seem more empty. And I know it could be shipments too, but just in general, everything just seems so empty now, and it just doesn't feel like much. So I just want to see stuff kind of like look like it's kind of stocked again, just like a regular store, like I keep saying. So that's the only topic about the shelving that I wanted to really talk about, because I haven't really talked about it much. And that's just my opinion on how I really feel. So I just hope that Spirit Halloween will actually improve in that. And I can't really predict anything about that right now, because I have no idea what they plan on doing next for their store, or at least merchandise and shelving. But all I can say is I hope that they will take that into consideration for 2023. And let's get into another topic. So this topic was what I was already kind of talking about, but this one is the light display. And I actually think that the light display should return for 2023, because I think that you should be able to see a lot of things on display before buying them. And this is just a cool feature for Spirit Halloween in general. I think the last time they did this was like in 2018, but it would be cool if they brought it back, because it kind of will in a way light up the store, which would be kind of cool. It's just a cool feature. And then yeah, you can see the lights, and it's just another display, another attraction to kind of look at. And I think that Spirit should do a lot of displays on things. Like there should be at least the Jack the Ripper and Crouchy statue display. There should be like display for those, and then the boxes on the side or whatever. It would just be really cool if there was more displays on merchandise too, not just the animatronics and the ISEs, but I think merchandise itself should just get displays in general, because it would be really cool just to kind of look at the product before buying it. But only certain things. It's not like everything in the store has to be on display. Just like certain things, like popular things like the lights, the statues, and then the animatronics are on display, but they're on the ISE, so they're not going to be like hung up or nothing. But this is just something that I really want to see again for Spirit Halloween 2023, is the light displays and just more displays and attractions in general. Now we're going to discuss the animatronics I think can possibly return for 2023. So the first animatronic on my list is Evil Scientist. Now, a lot of people want Evil Scientist back, and he's really up there high on the list, where he's just really big in the fan-based Halloween community right now. And since Spirit Halloween 2023 is going to be their 40th anniversary, and it's supposed to be a whole fan-based year, I believe that they will return him, because it's what everybody wants, and he is a good prop, very good in detailing, and he's just kind of creepy. So I actually think that they will finally return this guy. Plus there's no problems with him at all, that not that I've heard of, so there should be no reason why they don't return him this year for the 40th anniversary. So I think that they will return him, due to it being so big on everybody's list, and the year is supposed to be a fan-based year. So I actually do think that they will return him, and hoping to see him for the 2023 season. Next animatronic on my list is Pumpkin Nester. And at this point, people are just dying to see him come back in store, because now there's just merchandise of him, and Spirit keeps hinting at him coming back, but it's never happened. And I am one of the believers who believe that Spirit is saving a bunch of their good stuff for the 40th anniversary. So at this point, we all know that he's probably gonna come back, because they made merch about him. They have a doll, a keychain. So he's definitely coming back. They even teased him in 2021 in the back theme. So we know that he's been saved, and he's definitely going to return. So I'm not even going to doubt it. That's the reason why I think Pumpkin Nester is returning for Spirit Halloween 2023. Another animatronic on my list is the creepy rising doll, or whatever its name is. But this one, I actually do want the return for Spirit Halloween 2023, because it's just a good animatronic. I mean, it's supposed to be kind of small, and then it rises and its mouth is moving. I mean, this animatronic would make Spirit definitely feel like old Spirit again, because these are the kind of animatronics that they used to make. So it would definitely bring back that vibe for sure. And I think a lot of other people have been requesting this one too, because it is kind of popular right now. So I definitely think, and I'm hoping that Spirit Halloween will return this one for Spirit Halloween's 2023 Halloween season. The next animatronic is the Ripping Reaper of Souls. Now this one is definitely a popular one right now. A lot of people want this back, including myself. This guy is really cool, but there is a problem with this guy actually returning for 2023 or any year in general. I heard that the new prototype that was made for this guy actually sold, and if it sells, I heard that just stops it from ever returning. So I heard that it probably won't return to Spirit because the new prototype was sold, and I really hope not, but that's what I've been told. So that is kind of the downside of it. But the upside is, if it does return, then a lot of people are going to be happy because he is really popular right now. And Spirit Halloween's 40th anniversary is going to be all about the population and how popular things are. So me and a lot of other people could just really hope that this guy actually returns. So we will see what happens. Next is Zombie Ghost Girl on a Swing, and oh my god, this is just a classic for me. This is the very first animatronic I could actually remember from being little. Like, this one for me is definitely just a classic, and I think it's like that for a lot of other people because she is pretty creepy. Her audio is creepy, and I guess I could say she is pretty popular just because she's creepy and she's kind of like a classic. So I think it would be right to return her for their 40th anniversary because, as always mentioned, fan-based year, so it only makes sense if they returned her. And if not, then hopefully in the future, but she is definitely on my list and she is one of my favorites. So the next topic I'm going to be discussing is new signage. Now, I put up this picture that I actually took. Like, I was trying to kind of take a picture of the outside, but it makes sense with the topic, so I just put it up. So I think the Spirit will actually change the signage outside and probably some of the posters and make them have a different like background design to them. I think that they're going to be changing those kind of things up, less they're going to probably be changing more of the store up. So that is a part of the store, so I'm pretty sure if they change the store up, the signage will change too, and a lot of other things like that will be different. And I really think that they will have a 40th anniversary sign. I mean, maybe on top of the building by the big sign, but I'm pretty sure that they will have that on the doors just to tell people like we're celebrating our 40th anniversary. And I am hoping that there is new signs because it's time for a change. So I'm really hoping that we actually get to see those changes for Spirit Halloween 2023. So it's on my hope list and prediction list because I think it's going to happen for sure, and I definitely want it to happen. Now we're going to be discussing building signage, and this is another picture also taken by me. But I also think that the signs, the big signs on the building, are going to be changing by design, and maybe there'll be an extra 40th anniversary sign, but if not, then they're definitely going to be on the doors. But anyway, so I think that a new design is going to finally come in, and we will finally get to see a new sign because, as mentioned, if they're going to change up the store, those are going to kind of change too because those are like a main part of the store. Like, the big signs are telling you that there's a Spirit Halloween there, and same with the door signage. Like, that's also telling you there's a Spirit Halloween there, so it's a part of the store, which means that if the store changes, especially for the 40th anniversary, then I'm sure the signs are going to change. And I really, really do want to see a new design because I think we've been seeing this older design for 2018, 2019, maybe longer. I don't remember, but we've been seeing it for a while now. So I think that it would be pretty cool to kind of see it be different and maybe even bigger. Maybe Jack the Reaper, like, more big in that picture because he's on the side there, but maybe he should be like the main part of the sign and then it says Spirit or Spirit Halloween. But I think Jack the Reaper should definitely be bigger in the signs. That's just my prediction for the signs. And then for the color scheme, I mean, I do like that it's orange, and orange is definitely Spirit's like main color now. But if I had to change it up, it would probably be black, or it would be, I don't know, I'd say like black or gray because that reminds me of Spirit the most. But otherwise, if I didn't have to change it, I really wouldn't because I really do like the color scheme they're going with now. Just make Jack the Reaper bigger because that's their mascot, and then I think that would just look really good. this topic I actually really been wanting to talk about for a while now are the roaming stuff. The roaming animatronics that roam the store. I do want those to come back for Spirit Halloween 2023 and just any Spirit year in general, because I would think it would be cool that you would still have stuff roaming the store. Now, I do want the Walking Dead girl to come back and roam the store again, which I don't think is going to happen because I heard that company's out. But that doesn't stop Spirit from making other roaming stuff if that's what people really want, which I have not really heard people saying that they want roaming stuff back, because it depends on how good it is also. But I think it would just be a really cool feature to the store, because let's say Spirit does all my predictions and makes them all happen. So you would have light attractions, light displays, just a bunch of other like displays, a bunch of other themes and attractions. Then roaming stuff, it would just be a better feature to the store and just having the whole store feel Halloween and big again. So really hoping that it happens, but I haven't heard too much information about it. So it's a possibility, but I just don't know yet. But if it ever happens, I will be happy about it, because I think that Spirit should do roaming stuff again. Since roaming stuff is actually a big part of Spirit's history. And the last topic I'm going to be discussing is the merchandise of animatronics and, of course, Jack the Ripper, the mascot. So, as mentioned, Spirit Halloween is getting more and more popular because of the animatronic characters, and now they're promoting their mascot even more and more every year, and it has a statue now. And it's just being on more merchandise like bags and shirts and all kinds of other things. So I honestly think that population is going to continue in 2023. And it's really obvious. Like, you don't have to ask nobody. We know that it's going to continue. But what else could we expect from Spirit's merchandise of their animatronics? Could we expect new animatronics based off them? Like a Jack the Ripper animatronic, which I hope happens. And it actually might, because a lot of people have requested that. So definitely a possibility, and I honestly wouldn't doubt it, and I won't be surprised if a Jack the Ripper animatronic does happen this year. But what other animatronics could be made into merchandise, and what else will they sell, and will these merchandise predict anything? Because we know that Pumpkin Esther is most likely returning, because there's already merchandise about him. There's been merchandise about Crouchy and Nightcrawler, and obviously they're not going to return because they're kind of recent. So they may return in the future, but not right now. But they're still really popular, so they're going to keep making merchandise off the popular animatronics. So they may go back to past Spirit years and make merchandise off other animatronics, because eventually it's going to lead to them being more popular or coming back. But I'm sure they're going to keep trying, and I know they will. And I hope to see more statues of more animatronics, because you have the Jack the Ripper and the Crouchy. I'm really hoping to see more. I'll buy more. Like, I think that that's actually pretty cool that they did that. And it's a really cool feature to the store and just the franchise in general, because basically now Spirit's like a franchise. And this doesn't even involve the movie they have. Like, yes, they have their own movie now. Haven't watched it. Probably won't. I'm not trying to hate on it, but I just don't think it looks that good, so I'm not going to watch it. But Spirit is just the most like popular Halloween store right now, so they're gonna definitely step up their game, especially with the merch of the animatronics, because it's like a franchise now, and that's definitely what they're trying to be known for. So all I'm gonna say in my predictions for animatronic character merchandise is expect more, because it's definitely coming, and we all know it. And I think that they're doing a fantastic job with plushies, statues, dolls, blankets, pillows, all kinds of sorts of things, shirts, and I know that they're definitely going to do more for 2023 and just any year in general. So I would expect Spirit to just be known for their animatronic characters, and they're going to keep making more animatronics that are eventually going to be more popular, because I know, and a lot of us are knowing and hoping that Spirit will actually step up their game this year, so they could be popular for animatronics again, because right now they're not really like top one of animatronics. Like Lowe's, Home Depot, Morris Costumes, they're all stepping up their game, especially this year. And so far, Spirit Halloween isn't the number one in the population. So if they're trying to get their spotlight back, which I'm sure they will, they definitely need to obviously make more merchandise, because that's promoting them, and it's promoted them a lot in 2022. So that's why more people are looking forward to 2023, especially for the 40th anniversary. And I think that they just want to be the same again in general. I think that they do want to just be a creepy Halloween store with animatronics and just like have a Halloween feeling to it, so people could go to the store, have fun, get scared, or do whatever. So I think that Spirit is definitely going to step up their game this year. I think that they are going to try having the same feel again. Definitely more promotions and more merchandise, because now they're looking up to everybody who has supported them and has made them popular. So they're definitely going to keep promoting their merchandise, and they're definitely going to be known for the animatronic characters. So out of the costumes and all that stuff that they were known for, they're now known for animatronic characters. And to be honest, it's a good thing, because now more people will start visiting the store, because they're going to think that all the merchandise is cool or whatever, if you're into that kind of stuff like Halloween. And I think that's what's going to make people still shop at Spirit, because of just how everybody's talking about it. Because I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, Spirit Halloween's so cool, and the merchandise, this and that. So I'm sure that's how they're going to get more people to still visit the store for new customers and everything. So I think it'll be pretty cool. And I think this year won't be disappointing. I honestly, as long as the themes look like they were definitely detailed, and same with the animatronics, as long as they look like they put some kind of effort into them, I'm not going to complain at all. But like 2022, like stuff like Bagel Bones and what's his name, Tombstone Terror, those were not good, because they look like they were out of a trash can. They look like it was a trash paper that someone threw in there, and they just picked it up and said, hey, we're gonna make this, and they made it. Like, it just looked like Dollar Tree stuff, like a lot of people mentioned, and it's honestly the truth. So I think that they need to put more effort into stuff, especially if they're going to be charging more and more money, because the prices for all this merchandise is going higher and higher, and it's just going to get worse this year, and we all know it. So be prepared. But in order for us to actually want to buy this stuff and make it worth its price, we need better quality, which all I can say is we could hope for. But my prediction, and 100% confirmed, is that we will be getting more Jack the Reaper and animatronic merchandise. There actually is one last topic I do want to mention and talk about, are the returning animatronics from 2022 that I think will return for 2023. Now, the first one is Bagel Bones. I don't like this guy at all, and a lot of people don't. And there's a reason why I think he's actually going to return. And specifically because of the branding that's on his bag. That's the first Spirit animatronic to actually have their branding. And he's made by Techie Design, and Techie animatronics are pretty much popular. So I think that there is a possibility that he's going to actually return just because of the branding. And as much as he was hated, people did buy him. So I honestly think that he may return. I really hope not. But there's something out there telling me that he may return. So it's a possibility, but I hope not. But we will see what happens. The next Spirit Halloween 2022 animatronic I think that will return for 2023 is Regan. And I think Regan is going to return because she's a licensed prop, and licensed props are known as returning for Spirit Halloween. And because she sold good in general, because she's like the first animatronic to actually be a projector. So I think 100% she's returning, and I wouldn't even doubt it. So it's no surprise if we see her, because she's like, I'm just going to say it, she's definitely returning. And the last Spirit Halloween animatronic from 2022 that I think will return for 2023 is Lord Raven. Now, I think Lord Raven will return because he is more in the creepy side of animatronics for Spirit Halloween. He's more on the creepy side, and if you stare at him for a long time, he just looks and feels creepy. And just if you listen, really listen to his phrases or read his phrases on the website, just what he's talking about is definitely creepy. So he's a talking prop I don't mind. Plus, he's unique. And I really love the concept of this guy. And I think he did sell pretty well and is pretty much in the population for being popular and wanting to get returned by people. So I honestly think that he will return. He is overpriced in my opinion, $299. It should be like maybe $219 the most, I don't know, but I think he is overpriced, but he is definitely creepy. So I actually do see Spirit Halloween returning him for 2023. So that is going to be it for this video, and I gotta say, I actually really do look forward to Spirit Halloween 2023. I do want to see what they're going to do for the 40th anniversary. I've never experienced an anniversary for Spirit ever, I don't think. So it would honestly be very interesting to experience it and see what they're going to do, see how it all plays out, see if it's what we expect it to be, and most importantly, see if it actually feels like Halloween again, which, fingers crossed. But I actually think that it will happen. So we could just hope and keep our fingers crossed and see what happens and see how it all plays out. But anyway, so that is it for today's video. So if you like this video and you like discussion videos, because I don't do them very often, but if you like my discussion videos, like, subscribe, and I will be back for the next discussion video. And remember, stay spooktastic. Peace.